The suggestion that elephants are able to express their natural behavior and have self-determination in a very unnatural setting, in a confined space, on exhibit, in my opinion, is delusional. In order for elephants to thrive, they need autonomy. They need access to a vast natural habitat in an appropriate climate.
Four acres is virtually nothing. It's really nothing compared to what they select. So some Bornean elephants, for example, on the very low side, about 250 square kilometers. Square kilometer equals 247 acres. It would be the equivalent of a human being living in their bathroom for a good part of their life.
Does he have any other medical problems besides TB?
No. Packy's actually, other than being geriatric and starting to slow down, he doesn't have other medical issues. They come down, they document everything when they're looking at any issues with the elephant.
In technical terms, Chandra is diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, a condition common to prisoners and victims of domestic violence who are tortured and held against their will. Symptoms such as swaying, bobbing, self-harm, depression, immunological disorders, ingestion of sand and substrate, arthritis, and other ailments are epidemic among zoo and circus elephants. They are merely the behavioral tip of the psychophysiological iceberg. When we watch Chandra sway, when we watch Chandra bob, we are witnessing her life force emptying drop by drop until one day only the shell of her existence will remain. When the wellspring of elephant life and love she inherited runs dry, Chandra will die.
Impoverished environments, which she called sterile small environments, and that environment literally changes the brain. It actually causes physiological changes that you can measure. And so just adding a few tires or some feeders or a couple of puzzle feeders, that sort of thing, some branches, really has modest results, if we could even say that.
The fact that anyone defends keeping a wild animal captive because the public needs to know how they smell needs to think a little more progressively, because there's a lot of things that we can do to educate the public, even by saying we're doing the humane thing by not having a wild animal in captivity, and instead, here, we're going to put you on this virtual ride. You're going to actually virtually be able to touch the elephant and smell the elephant and feel how their muscles move, feel their breath on your hand. There's a lot of alternatives.
The individual cost of those animals, to say that, oh, well, it's okay to sacrifice those particular individuals because we're learning something, that doesn't give a very good message to children.
There is no scientific, evidence-based, peer-reviewed research that zoo visits produce any statistically significant educational or conservation gain. And the captivity industry's own research confirms this. In it, they found significant decreases between pre and post visit occurred in the categories of habitat protection and creation and animal.
Moving forward, is that a plan to increase the breeding process for elephants here?
Absolutely. The Oregon Zoo has been dedicated to growing matriarchal herds for decades now.
Meanwhile, these wild animals who retain all their wild instincts suffer confined in cages. They know they are caged, and they know they're being denied everything that is important to them for their entire lives.
Considering that not a single elephant that has come to a first world zoo has ever been brought back into its wild spaces should tell you a lot about what's going on. And what few dollars that are generated for conservation, where does it really go? It's very hard to track that sort of money. And no matter what conservation efforts are being told, African elephants just within the last few weeks, in fact I think it was March 25th, have now been added to the endangered species.
This is a sanctuary for these guys. This is their home. This is where they get what they need.
This is their sanctuary? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is their home. This is what they know. They're around people who have known them, some of them for all of their lives. We've created this to be their home. We've created this to be their sanctuary.
This space here?
This entire thing. This has all been designed for them.
And this is like a sanctuary to you?
I think the entire habitat is designed to be just that.
A sanctuary provides vast space for elephants to experience autonomy under a philosophy of self-determination and non-dominance. As I said before, not open to the public. It has nothing to do with public visitation. Like all those things, that is the mission of a zoo. But they don't do sanctuary. That's a whole different project.